Hi guys, Will, just time prepping. How are you guys doing? Trying to keep this in the light here, so I might have to stand a little closer. I want to talk to you guys today about something that's pretty important. Uh, us as preppers, we talk about it a lot, but sometimes I reach out past the prepping community. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to try to reach out to somebody that is thinking about prepping but just doesn't really know how to start or how to address it or whatever. We'll start with something really simple like what would you do if the grid went down and you're not prepared? That's a big subject anymore, you know. I have a few notes over here to help me through this, but basically I know what to say, but I just get tongue-tied. So let's go with it and say if the grid went down, and the way a grid would go down would be if maybe one of our adversaries or something would probably do an EMP attack on us or something like this, you know. And so the best thing you would do is make sure you're prepared. Biggest way to be prepared is just spend a couple extra bucks every week when you go to the store and get something. And when you do that, then you're starting to prepare. You want to get things like food and water and make sure that you're going to have plenty of shelter and stuff like this. So what happens when the grid goes down is you're not going to have any access to your bank account. I mean, there'll be no power. There'll probably be no water because without power, you can't make the water run through the motors and stuff for your sewage plants to create fresh water for us to drink, or for the water towers to be able to deliver the water to your house. Things like that, you know. So you got to think about that. So you got to be prepared and buy some water. If you can't afford water, then you need to get you some filters or a filtering system where you could filter your own water if necessary, you know. All these things are real simple things to pick up along the way. And I'm going to turn this a little bit. The light's kind of fading in and out. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start preparing. Because if the grid goes down, the banks aren't going to work. The sewers aren't going to work. You're not going to have power to do your everyday things that you do now. So the thing is, what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything is in place before it happens. You know, we're in a new age, so to speak, right now, and we have a lot to think about. We have Russia to think about, we have China to think about, we even have North Korea to think about. Even though the president is there right now, it's still something we need to think about. All these other nations are definitely threats to our society. So what you want to do is you just want to have some stuff put away. You know, even the Department of Homeland Security tells you to have 6 months worth of food and storage saved up just in case. You know, it used to be, and that wasn't very many years ago, they used to tell you to have 3 months supply of food, water, and clothing and stuff like that. But now they're telling you to have 6. What is it that they know that we don't? That's what I'm asking myself, you know. So if the grid were to go down, you wouldn't have any of that good stuff. You wouldn't have food. You know why you wouldn't have food is because all the food on the shelves would be gone in just a matter of hours. People would be rushing to the stores and cleaning them out. And depending on how big an area you live in, it depends on how long you're going to be standing in line to get just the basic things that you need, like water and food. So you want to make sure you're just collecting that along the way. You know, when you go to the store, hey, maybe pick up an extra gallon of water, or maybe a few extra things off the shelf, you know, and just put them back. These are all things that we have to do as preppers, and people that are not thinking about that should be thinking about that. I try to reach out past the prepping community because I am an older guy and I like to pass on my wisdom onto other people. But I bump up against other people that say, you know what, I have everything I need right now. Well, maybe you have everything you need right now, but what happens if something goes haywire? What are you going to do then? You're not going to be able to just run to the bank, get some money out, go get what you want, because the banks aren't going to work. The stores are going to run out of food no matter hours. And think about this. If you take medication, think about it. If you take medication, the pharmacies are even going to be shut down because their cash registers won't work. And not only that, is their lights will be gone. So they're not going to sit there and wait for you guys. They're going to close up shop. They'll probably try to take as many of the controlled substances down as they can. And they will jet out. That's just the way life goes. So, people with medication problems should be doing like I do. I take a lot of medications. But I get a jump on it. Every time I can, I order early. That gives me 6, 7, 8 pills over, so I can put those 7 or 8 pills away, work on the next month. When that month's about gone, usually they let you reorder within 5 or 6 days before your order runs out, your prescription. So you just order it, When that month's up, you got 4, 5, 6 pills. Put those away till you start building up your medications so that something terrible goes wrong, you're not going to be sitting there all stressed out wondering how you're going to get your meds. These are all just things you need to think about. I mean, you're not going to be able to run to the pharmacy. The shelves are going to run out there too, just like the stores. And it's not going to be a pretty picture, so these are things I'm trying to teach you guys that are saying, hey, I don't need that stuff. I have what I need now. What you need now is not what you're going to need when all hell breaks loose. I'm not trying to scare you. This is just facts. I'm not giving you anything but facts. It's not any kind of conspiracy theory or anything like that. It's just plain facts. Another thing is the stores won't be able to replenish. Because without power and water and all that good stuff, guess what? The trucks won't be able to go down the road. The trucks that deliver the goods. Those will all come to a screeching halt. The trains won't be able to go either. Anything that delivers goods, airplanes, trains, trucks, delivery trucks, all going to be gone because there won't be any fuel or power to give them fuel. It takes power or electricity of some sort to get the fuel out of the ground, even at the gas stations. So you're not going to be able to get anything for your car either. These are all things that you need to take into consideration. These are all things that you can put back and just have just in case. And as far as the fuel goes, you can keep that in your garage or somewhere out away from your home, so that you're not getting sick from the fumes, but it'd be something to think about. Think about getting something off to the side. These are all things that are important to us. Let's see, another thing is the farms. The farms are not going to be able to run their tractors through the fields anymore because there'll be no fuel for their equipment. A lot of farmers, I understand, I live in a farm community. A lot of farmers have tanks right on their property that they fill their equipment from, but when those tanks run empty, that will be it. Won't be any more fuel for them to plow their fields or harvest the crops. So then they won't be able to replenish by selling off to the markets. I mean, everything will be turned upside down. It's a proven fact. I'm not telling you anything that everybody else ain't going to tell you. Finally, how about the nuclear plants? The nuclear plants that we have, they all run off of raw power as well. It takes power to run them. So those things will shut down, and the nuclear waste or the materials in them will actually start leaking out because there'll be no place for it to go. So if there's no way to cool down those generators, there's going to be all hell to pay there too. They're gonna start leaking, and then we'll have radiation in our air, in our water, in the ground. I mean, it's just common sense stuff mainly. So what I'm here to tell you today is be prepared. Don't tell people that you just have what you need now. Look at the immigrant situation we have. A lot of those immigrants that have been separated from their family members, the children, FEMA took and put them, probably not FEMA, ICE put them in detention centers. They have detention centers all over the United States, so if we were to have a giant catastrophe, a grid down situation, an EMP attack, whatever like that, guess what? The people that are not prepared are going to be put in those kind of places. That's so that they can be controlled, so they can be fed, watered. If you read the news, they could even be sexually assaulted. So these are all things you need to think about. You need to start preparing now. Now is the time. Start preparing. And if you're prepared, when these things happen, you can say, I'm ready. I don't have to go. Because you know what? The first responders and stuff, they'll do the best they can for as long as they can, but eventually they are just going to go home to their families and take care of them. They're not really going to care about anybody else. And that's just the way it is. So this is something for y'all to think about. And I really hope that you got something out of it, because this is important. The times we live in are very serious. Russia, China, North Korea, all big players in the world now. Could happen any day. Could happen to you in a matter of minutes, hours, days, months, years. It's all in how long you want to prepare your food, your water, your shelter, and all the things that you need to protect you, your family, and your neighbors. So that's what I got for you today. I want y'all to think about it real hard. God bless you. God bless me. God bless the US of A. Hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget, hit that red button down there. Hit that bell so you know when I make another video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you out there.